बॉलीवुड और टीवी इंडस्ट्री की जानी मानी डायरेक्टर और प्रोड्यूसर एकता कपूर इन दिनों काफी ज्यादा चर्चा में है। ये तो आप सभी जानते ही हैं कि एकता कपूर एक जाना माना चेहरा है, जिन्होंने टीवी इंडस्ट्री में भी काफी बेहतरीन शोज दिए हैं और वहीं बॉलीवुड में भी उन्होंने काफी बेहतरीन फिल्में दी हैं। लेकिन आज हम आपको बताएंगे कि आखिरकार एकता कपूर ने अभी तक शादी क्यों नहीं की है, और इस बात का खुलासा खुद एकता कपूर ने ही किया है। दरअसल आपको बता दें, एकता कपूर ने मुंबई में जागरण सिनेमा समिट में पत्रकारों के काफी सारे क्वेश्चंस का जवाब दिया है, जिसमें से उनके पिता जितेंद्र ने उन्हें क्या कह दिया था जिसकी वजह से उन्होंने शादी नहीं करी है। जी और इस बात का खुलासा खुद एकता कपूर ने ही किया है। वहीं आपको बता दें, एकता कपूर एक ऐसा नाम है जो बॉलीवुड और टीवी इंडस्ट्री की तो क्वीन कहलाई जाती है, लेकिन एक सवाल है जो हर किसी के जहन में रहता है, वो है एकता कपूर की शादी का। जी और एकता कपूर ने अपने इंटरव्यू में काफी दिलचस्प बातें की। यहाँ तक कि शादी ही नहीं बल्कि उन्होंने अपने करियर को लेकर किस तरीके से उन्होंने टीवी में कदम रखा, किस तरीके से उन्होंने बॉलीवुड फिल्मों में काम किया, इन सब चीजों का एक्सपीरियंस एकता कपूर ने बताया है। लेकिन आपको मैं शॉर्ट डिटेल में बताऊं कि किस तरीके से एकता कपूर ने अपनी शादी ना करने को लेकर जवाब दिया है। दरअसल एकता कपूर ने कहा कि वो शादी नहीं करना चाहती थी, जिसके चलते उन्होंने काम करना शुरू किया। तो फिर देरी किस बात की, चलिए देखिए क्या कुछ कहा है बॉलीवुड और टीवी इंडस्ट्री की क्वीन कहलाए जाने वाली एकता कपूर ने अपनी लाइफ को लेकर, अपनी शादी को लेकर और अपने करियर को लेकर उन्होंने कितनी दिलचस्प बातें की हैं। बिना देरी किए देखिए हमारी ये खास वीडियो और देखिए क्या कुछ खास रहा है हमारे इस वीडियो में।
Ekta Kapoor, you're almost as big as the medium, a cultural phenomenon by yourself. Question to you is, how did that happen?
So, when you said that you're almost as big, I was really checking my weight for 5 seconds. I don't think the keto is helping, but I don't know, I do my job and I think a lot of things are byproducts. So when I started off with television because my father told me that you can't sit at home. So either you get married or start working. Marriage was not an option, so I started working because he was like, I can't see you partying every night and doing what every youngster does who has a lot of means and a lot of financial ease in their life. And he says that ease cannot become the reason or a curse. It can't be a blessing that is a curse, You have to work and earn your living or do something on your own, which is quite an emancipated thought for a Punjabi papa, but yeah. And so I started working, and then he came to me with his offer that a friend of his had told him to make content for a channel in London. So to cut the long story short, that content was made, but the channel got sold, and the content was so bad no one bought it. And let me tell you, most of it was, according to me, revolutionary television, which everyone said that, what are you doing? I mean, who's going to watch this at home? Luckily, I got a show of mine which I made with the last bit of money called Hum Panch, and then I started Balaji Telefilms. And everything else after that was...
The rest is history, isn't it?
I don't know if the rest is history, but the rest is definitely folklore.
Well, it's folklore, it's history also, because the years that you've been in this space has also been the years where we've moved from film to television to OTT, and you've actually been in all three platforms, or all three media, as it were. But what I find most intriguing about you, Ekta, speaking of partying and stuff, you are, I don't know how many people know this, or they probably do, because if they read, they see pictures and stuff, you are the best host in Bombay. You throw the best parties there are. You're single, you are fun, you are very urbane also, very Juhu girl, Mitti Bai girl. And then you come up with what would be the Sati Savitri woman, the Parvati woman, the, Sindoor woman. What was your inroad to that world? How did you learn that? To even tap into that market, which is, I would imagine, at least looking at you, would be very divorced from the world you come from. What did you do to actually tap into that market?
So I think I'll answer the first part first, which is...
which is to invite me to your next party.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I always invited you. You've come rarely. So that's another one we'll take offline. But no, the party bit, no. I was saying about how are you so different from these women? And I'm like, we are as different as we are similar or like. Because I believe that there's this world out there that starts looking at a different kind of person cagely, which I have learned to move away from. Acceptance should be the biggest word that we learn. We have failed as a generation to learn the word acceptance. I mean, a woman who wears a sari, who has a different thought process, who wears loads of jewelry, who probably lives a different life, deserves that much respect and insight. And I think I just did that. I think I have as much fun making a nagin without losing respect for the job I do as I have promoting or making a lipstick. And I think that's because we all have different sides to us. When I'm doing Nagin, I believe that folklore should be enjoyed, reveled. I mean, it's suspension of reality. It's absolute, unabashed entertainment for the masses, and I respect the masses, so I do it with full aplomb. And then when you do something which you think is interesting, thought-provoking, you do that with that thought process. I mean, it's like, I don't really, I think we have those sides to us, but we are cagey to accept a different thought because we think we are a certain kind of person. And how did I get into this? Yes, when I was young, I didn't live in a joint family, but I realized the content I was making wasn't going into television because it was different. It was like little clutter breaking. I decided to make shows on peer pressure and really like, and none of it was getting approved. And I was like, what am I doing? I wanted to do drama, and I realized Indian families sit and eat together. And we as a nation, हमारे खाने के दांत और दिखाने के दांत और होते हैं. So what we watch with our parents is going to be very different than what we watch alone. And that's how I decided to realign my thought process and made large, unabashed family dramas.
And you almost also killed the entire genre that existed in cinema, for instance. Like a Hum Aapke Hain Kaun would become redundant once you do kitchen politics on television. Is that what happened?
No, I think experiences change. So films have to live up to the experience that they promise, which is communal viewing. If I'm going with 5 friends to a theater or with my family to a theater, I need to see what is promised. And I think if that promise is being delivered by TV, I have to just change the promise. So I don't think I killed a genre. I think I somewhere compromised it a bit, but it could have, it then, what should I say, it metamorphosized into something else and came back.
Right. But you know, you've said this in the past, and I think you've said it's quite often, is that when it comes to content on television, while it allows for progressive content, it does not allow for radical content. Absolutely. What do you mean by that?
So progressive content is that you can have, we should say, larger thought processes which are progressive taken into consideration, like women working, yes. I mean, women supporting NGOs, women having a say at home, which at one time was a struggle for women. So it's gotten progressive. You have a story now, I mean, I have not made it, somebody's made it, called Shakti, which is the first transgender show. And it has worked. That means people are interested in watching even something like transgender, which I don't think any film has done or digital show has done.
Right.
I mean, just now, I mean, their Sacred Games was done, but it was television did 3 years ago.
Right.
And
but Sacred Games is also not theatrical. It is still.
I'm saying it's still,
right.
but television, like typical Indian television did it 3 years ago. We did a show which was about a woman who is in our society called barren if she can't have a child, and you know, reproduction cannot be the reason you're called incomplete. So we did a show, and it was a non-primetime show, but it took off and it became India's cult show. And India accepted her and accepted that motherhood is nurturing, not nature. And I was in shock because I was like, this is a really big one. Because a year before that, when I had shown a woman who's in a bad marriage, having an issue with her husband, who's cheated on her, finally deciding to have an emotional bond with a colleague, it became an issue because they said, "Marta to nahi hai na, to problem kya hui?" So that's radical. A woman and her sexuality in India is radical. But her career choices, her going ahead and doing something for her family, over her in-laws, taking a stand for herself is progressive. So where the progressive gets a little radical, they get skirmish.
अगर आप भी बनना चाहते हैं एंकर और रिपोर्टर, वीडियो एडिटर, कैमरामैन या फिर स्क्रिप्ट राइटर, तो हमें संपर्क करें।